Hello everybody, my name is Alyssa and thank you so much for clicking on this tutorial. Welcome to learning how to make thumbnails, and I mean the stylized thumbnails that Aphmau used to make in her old Minecraft series. Yes, I know I'm smiting myself for comparing anything I do to her, but oh well. Today we're going to be teaching you how to take basic renders and kind of transform them and change them to be anything you want to be. So, without further ado, we're first going to go over the steps I have to actually making a thumbnail. Number 1, concept. You have to have a concept for your thumbnail or else you're running in blind and it's just not going to look how you want it to in the end. Unless that's how you work. Then props to you because you're smarter than me. Number 2, green screening. If you're using Blender or Cinema 4D to make your renders and you have time, patience, and possibly money, then you could ignore this step. But I'm using Blockbuster Emoticons mod and a green chroma block. So, green screening is very important to me. Anyways. 3, touch-ups. Touch-ups are the part where you're making sure everything looks right and how you want it to before you go on with the next step, which is probably the hardest step of all of them. So, have fun with that one. Number 4, detailing. Enough said. Detailing is a step that actually takes the longest amount of time for me and is probably the only reason my thumbnails ever look salvageable. I don't know how I do it. It's kind of witchcraft, honestly. Number 5, lighting. Lighting is important to make sure that everything looks like it's in place, because when you go and put the background on, if your lighting looks nothing like it and your character doesn't blend into the background, it's just gonna look tacky. Again, unless that's the style you're going for, then pop off, queen. Now that we have our steps in place, let's actually get on to making the thumbnail. Woohoo! Yay! Okay, so as you can see here, right now the canvas is an 1851 by 975. We don't like that. We don't want that. We need the image to be in 1920 by 1080. That's the resolution that people use for thumbnails, especially high quality ones. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to resize the canvas to make it fit, and then I have to move the character around to make sure that she fits into the background somewhere. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to the auto select, refer to the editing layer only, or else it's going to screw everything up, and we're just going to wipe away the green. We don't need it anymore. It's fine. I'm going to put a dark background behind her because we need to be able to see any pixels that have been missed with the auto select tool, because it's not perfect. As much as I love it to be, it's not. I'm trying to figure out where the lighting is going to be because I have no clue in the beginning because I don't have the background yet. But I chose a corner and now I have to figure out exactly which spaces are going to be highlighted. So the face is going to be highlighted. Everything on the back that's turned away or is turning away is going to be shadowed. And then her arm, the top of her arm, and her bangs are all going to be illuminated because the sun is coming from the front of the screen, not behind her, but in front of her. And now we're just going to give her a lovely lobotomy. You're just going through the details and making sure that everything is the correct color. I don't want any green or pink or purple poking through. I want it all to be the color that it's supposed to be before I go on to finishing the touch-ups. We also have to figure out where her eyes are supposed to be. They're not supposed to be looking off into space. In the concept, the character is looking at the screen, at the viewer. We need to move her eyes over there. Now I am sitting here and I'm just making changes to the head because for some reason she has a really big head. And I don't know why. So I am just using my straight line tool and basically erasing her head from existence. Who needs it? Who needs a head? Let's be so for real here. Now I'm just sitting here checking to make sure everything looked good. Honestly, it was like 3 a.m. when I made this. I don't know what was going through my mind. Probably nothing, because I was blasting music. Changing up a few more things just to make sure it all looks good, because I don't want anything to be looking wonky, and right now the angles are just not angling. This is why nobody should let me do live commentary. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm legitimately yapping to a wall while watching my own recording over. Guys, you should never listen to me. Don't take anything I say seriously at this point. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just here. Oh look, her head's smaller. Yippee! The lobotomy worked, guys! The next thing on our agenda is fixing the eyes. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my lasso tool, copying the eyes, moving them over, and now I have to draw over the original eyes that were there, which kind of tedious, but thankfully I have my favorite flat render brush, and then I just go over it with a blender and I just kind of it was never there. You can't even tell. It's awesome, right? Totally. Now I just have to angle the eyes to make sure they're looking exactly where I want them to, which is pretty hard because I'm not good at angles. I just touch over all of them and I'm like making sure that they look fine and like they're supposed to be like that because they weren't originally like that. But that's a trade secret. No one needs to know that. Shh. Next part. We're detailing, guys. We're detailing so hard. It's great. I have to go over every little tiny pixel that looks out of place in my eyes, and I have to go and I have to fix it. Because I'm not gonna sleep until I do. It's a vicious cycle out there, guys. Don't succumb to the madness. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Sorry guys, I kind of let the voices take over and I'm back. I'm continuing to just touch up everything, make sure all these lines aren't jagged because it's not what I want. I'm giving her more eyeliner because eyeliner. We love eyeliner in this house. No character can go without. It's kind of sad if I think about it a little too hard. But we're done thinking about it. It's fine. Now I'm liquefying everything, which ends up to be a very bad idea. But I was too lazy to press one key. Control Z. I didn't want to press that. So we lived with the consequences of our actions. And it was great. It looked awful. But it's okay because mistakes happen, guys. And instead of sitting there and beating yourself up about it, you know what you should do? I don't know what you should do, actually. If you do figure out the answer to that one, please let me know. I'm happy to listen. Oh yeah, by the way, I had to manually slim her down because I gave her an Alex model originally and somehow it didn't end up being an Alex model. Oops. And so she got messed up. Now I'm going in, slimming her up again because her head's gigantic for some reason. What is it with Minecraft heads and being gigantic? Anyways, we're going back into detailing. We gave her some color. She was looking really bland. Also, jump scare from the other skin, but that's fun. Fixing up her eyes. I want them to glow. She's always shining bright like a diamond. We love her. Oh yeah, you guys don't even know who this is. Anyways, this is our character, our main character for my production studio's upcoming series, My Hero New Skies, coming out sometime in... When is it coming out? I don't know, actually. I don't know when it's coming out. But we're going over more details. See what I said earlier about detailing taking the longest time? I was not lying to you. If anything I've lied about in my life, this is not one of them. Oh god, what happened to her arm? Future me, does she fix her arm? No, in fact, she does not fix her arm. Past me is kind of dumb, but we will forgive her for this. Also, I added glasses because I don't remember where I got these glasses from. I'm pretty sure, no, they either belong to Bin or they belong to Lily. We love both of them. But I had to give her more glasses because I was like, oh, there's gonna be a reflection. And then I kind of like gave up halfway through because I didn't like how it looked. And I called it a day because when in doubt, take a nap. That's what I say. But I kind of went back and forth with the glasses. As you could see, I didn't know if I wanted them to be very like reflective or if I just wanted them to kind of be there. And I think at one point they're just gone for a bit because I didn't know what to do. I went back and I fixed her hair a little bit because kind of didn't connect to anything else and I just wanted to make sure it did. That's also why I added the hair on the bottom because it just kind of was not, it wasn't giving. The hair wasn't giving hair. Granted, I don't know how to draw hair, as you guys can probably tell. I'm not that great at it. We're getting there. It's a learning curve, guys. Okay, I use the liquify tool way too much. I've just realized this by watching this video. You can calm down now, girly pop. The liquify tool is not going anywhere. It's really not. She can't hear me. I don't know why I'm talking to myself like this. The next thing we're going over is the mouth. Now this is where things got really funny because I originally wanted to make her kind of like, she's a very monotone character. She kind of just gets pissed off a lot, like every other character I write, but that's fine. And so I was going crazy and I was fixing it up and I was making it look nice and I was like, wow, this looks so nice. It looks amazing. And then I realized that, well, after I took 10 years to fix this, I went and I looked at her and I was like, oh, well, she looks really sassy right now. She's having a moment. And I'm like, wait, was she originally supposed to look sassy? And I opened the concept from my manager and I was like, okay, well, she's looking back. We got that correct. That's her arm. That's her other arm. And I looked over and I was like, eyes slightly wider than normal. Surprised expression. And I realized I had messed up. She did not look surprised. And so I had to go and I had to go back 15 minutes of work and redo all of it to make her surprised. And I about lost it at this point. I wanted to give up so badly, but I didn't. You guys, I didn't give up on something for once. It's like a new thing on this channel. It never happens. I never continue with things. But hey, we made her surprised. And I had to go and once I figured out where to put her mouth, I had to make her entire face look surprised and redo all the other work that I had done 10 minutes ago. And make sure that it actually looked like the concept. Because you're probably thinking, hey, Alyssa, why didn't you just look at the concept in the first place? Do you think I operate like a normal human being? You had too much high hope for me. The final stage, lighting. I had to then go and I had to light everything that I wanted to make sure was illuminated and then go and fine tune it after because I realized she was like, did I just try to say shining and glowing at the same time? Anyways, I added all of my shadow on the back because that was the original plan. And now we're doing my favorite thing. We're adding 3 layers, all overlay. We're adding a red, a yellow, and a blue. And we're using these as like Photoshop filters to make the whole thing match with the background. And you see, I mess with it a lot, but we don't have the background yet. So depending on the color of the background, it's gonna change a lot. I added a hard light layer just to make sure that everything looked a little more clear. And then I went back with my brushes. I used a dappled light brush and I kind of did a swirl effect. And then I went back, added some circles because who doesn't love circles? I love circles. Anyways, more lighting. I added some blue lighting because I'm guessing the background's going to be the daytime, so the lighting is going to be a little bit more blue than it is going to be purple or yellow. So I wanted to make sure I had all of that down, and then I finished it. Now the fun part, I have to make a thumbnail for the thumbnail video. Imagine that. So we're gonna get a tutorial on how to make the thumbnail for the thumbnail tutorial video. try to get that tongue twister out, guys. Try to do that one. All I really do for my thumbnails is I put a white border square, and any character or anything that's in the foreground I remove the border from, just to add some depth. It's nothing too serious. I will add a glow layer on the top and a multiply layer on the bottom for a gradient effect and to add some lighting sometimes. But it's also just to make everything pop out a little more. For this one, I added like a little arrow on it. I had to go get my text, which I use a like editing site called Pixlr. I don't know how to say it, but I just use that to make my text, edit it however I want. Try to make the text pop out because you want people to see the video. It's a thumbnail. You want people to look at the thumbnail and click on the video. After that, I put some glow behind the character, make her look all ooh, shiny, pretty, like look at this, this is what we want. This is what we have, this is what we want to have. And then I added my logo, which is really funny because I actually lost my original logo that I had made for my rebrand. So I had to go mid-video and make a new one. I cut it out because it was like 10 minutes, but you know, that was originally there. So, you know, we love that for me. But that is how I make thumbnails. It's not a perfect tutorial because I don't know how to make tutorials. I've actually gotten comments about it that I go way too fast, but I'm not good at explaining things, so I'm very sorry about that one. I'm not the best at that. Is there a plane above me? Hello? Anyways, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, kind of. I enjoyed making it. I didn't enjoy editing it. I hate editing. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I will try to get to them. Or if you want to join my Discord server and ask them there, I will also be able to get to you there. And if you guys want to follow up or you want any more tutorials, just let me know and I'll try to get to them. And I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful day. I hope to see all your amazing thumbnails. If you do end up using my tutorial, I want to see them, like, really badly. Like, just tell me. Be like in the comments, I made a video using your tutorial, please watch it. And I will. And I'll even comment. Because I love seeing people's stuff. But anyways, have a great day. Thank you for watching. And I will see you all in the next video in the next year and a half. Bye-bye.